Compared to us, trees seem almost immortal, islands in the sea of time. Imagine the stories they might tell if they could look back through their long lives. Think of the changes they have seen, the dramas that have unfolded around them. What if it were possible to look that far back in time? Imagine following the life of a single oak on an epic journey through 1,000 years of history. The story of the oak starts on a frosty autumnal morning. This is no ordinary autumn. This is the last autumn before the new millennium, and many people believe it is the end of the world. But this is not our millennium. It is the first one, the year 999 AD. Throughout the Saxon woods, oaks have produced a bumper crop of acorns. They are a seasonal feast for many woodland animals, like roe deer. Or wild boar, who rely on them to help fatten up for winter. The same is true for badgers. It's not just fallen acorns which are snapped up. Jays are busy plucking those left on the oaks themselves. These are the lucky ones. Incredibly, a huge tree like an oak depends on these birds for its start in life. Jays do two vital things. They carry the acorns to new places, and they plant them as well. Tucked away under leaves and soil, these oak seeds now stand a fighting chance. The new millennium turns, and the world does survive after all. But many acorns don't. Native red squirrels are digging up those they stored as winter food. The jays also eat most of the acorns they've hidden. Perhaps only 1 in 1,000 stands a chance of getting through this precarious early period of life. But hidden away in the leaf litter, one acorn lies forgotten. It's already produced a large taproot which will anchor it for the rest of its life. This baby needs a good beginning if it's to grow for 1,000 years. Spring arrives, and throughout the wood all the plants respond. While the mother oak unfurls its leaves, a little distance away, the acorn is sending up its first shoot. The shoot is spear-headed, designed to thrust up through the leaf litter. Like all young plants, it grows upwards, searching out the best possible position for its delicate first leaves to catch the light. As it grows through early summer, its leaves undulate as they maintain their position in the sun. By the time autumn returns, several oak seedlings are growing in different parts of the wood. Most will not make it. The original seedling, though, has survived and is already shedding its first leaves. It's growing on a boundary between a wood and an open common, where Saxon people graze their livestock. Then it gets a lucky break. It's incorporated into a new fence being built on the edge of the wood. This means it can't be eaten by the animals in the field, and it won't get chopped down in the wood. Unlike the trees growing behind it. The Saxon woods are full of people, and the trees are treated like a crop. Every 5 to 10 years, they're cut right back to their base. This is why areas have to be fenced off to prevent grazing animals from eating valuable new shoots. The system is called coppicing. Most of the original wild forest of Britain has long since gone. The landscape has already been shaped by people for centuries. Local villages depend on the managed woodlands for their survival. The woods are their only source of essential raw material.
Wat kannst du? Jag är om 100. Vad är det? Nah, so jag worked on hedges, that's Kinniger's hedges.
The trees are harvested during winter. As the season progresses, whole families are involved in caring for the wood. By the following spring, the cleared areas are perfect for smaller plants. And this means more light for the little oak. Alongside the seedling oak, spring flowers make the most of the bright sunshine too. Within the fenced area, the newly cut trees can grow to 10 feet in 2 years. Different sections are cut back each year. And near the oak, an area which was cut back a few years ago. It is now a dense thicket. Perfect cover for all kinds of birds. Especially one whose song is considered the most beautiful in the land, the nightingale. The males arrive in early May, a couple of weeks ahead of the females. They need to claim a territory and then attract a mate. This is so important for them. They can sing in the daytime as well as at night. By the time the oak is 7 years old, the trees around it have formed a continuous canopy. This creates a tangled aerial highway for dormice who search for food in the small tree. In summer, these agile little creatures almost never go down to the ground. They can climb out onto the finest twigs. The oak needs their help. Its leaves are plagued by spangle galls. The galls are caused by parasitic wasps and are like a disease for the young tree. But to the dormice, spangle galls are a treat and are snaffled up as if they were tiny biscuits. By late summer, the dormice abandon the oak because their favorite fruits and nuts are ripening. In autumn, dormice eat and eat, gorging on hazelnuts, fruits and berries. They must put on enough fat for a 6-month sleep, when they will not feed at all. Their hibernation nest is under the ground, lined with a thick layer of moss and honeysuckle bark. It is well insulated from the winter weather and protected from activity in the woods above. It's a different story altogether for the young oak tree. When the tree is 15, it meets people again. Last time it was too small to be noticed. This time it is not so lucky. Because it's now a strong young tree, it falls victim to a Saxon billhook. it's practically cut in half. Incredibly, this doesn't kill the tree. Harsh pruning activates tiny side buds, which normally lie hidden in the bark. The tree then develops a dense crown of twigs. A few years later, these will be harvested, and the process starts again. This is pollarding. For the next 50 years, the tree pulses with regrowth as it goes through several pollard cycles. The harsh pruning actually makes it stronger and will eventually prolong its life. "1066, and there's a comet in the sky. Local people believe it's an omen of chaos. And of course, they are right. The Norman invasion transforms the world of the oak. Common land and the wood now form part of a hunting forest for William the Conqueror. The whole area is managed for the sole benefit of an animal which the Normans have brought with them for sport. The fallow deer. The deer must have unrestricted access to all areas of the forest, woodland, commons, farmland, and villages. There is no compensation for any damage that they cause. Anyone found poaching the deer or ignoring the laws designed to protect them faces stiff fines or other, more severe punishment. After 2 centuries or so of life under the Norman regime, the oak is prospering. It's just over 250 years old. Like all oaks in their early adulthood, it has a great canopy of tens of thousands of leaves. And worst of all are caterpillars. One of the most remarkable of all oak predators is the red oak leaf roller weevil. It's an expert in origami. Each female painstakingly rolls part of an oak leaf, crafting an exquisite tiny parcel into which she lays an egg. When her work is complete, she snips it off, letting it fall to the ground, where her grub will hatch and feed in safety. But the oak still has some familiar defenders. Dormice. Hundreds of generations have passed since their ancestors first climbed into the canopy of this particular tree. These cute little animals are voracious caterpillar killers. After hibernation, they often spend days and nights at a time in the oak's canopy, gorging on protein. reverts to a wild state. For almost the next 200 years, the oak is left alone. It has a chance to mature, changing shape from a pollard to that of a giant and majestic tree. By the time Henry VIII is crowned in 1509, the oak is a monarch too, weighing in at over 30 tons, with over 10 miles of branches and twigs. Such a mighty tree stands out and attracts a pair of ravens. Undisturbed by people, they build their nest in its upper branches. Ravens breed very early in the year, perhaps because they're scavengers and actually benefit from hard times. They can live for over 20 years and mate for life, forming very strong emotional bonds. They need a faithful partnership. A large brood of hungry babies would be far too much work for a single parent. And by mid-March, their nest is full of exuberant chicks, all demanding attention. The raven's nest is huge. The parent birds have bred here for many years, adding on new layers every spring. By early summer, the ravens have gone, but another species which needs giant trees has taken their place: the purple emperor butterfly. Purple emperors are perhaps Britain's most unusual butterfly. They never visit flowers, and are difficult to see as most of their life is spent high up in the canopy of the trees. They feed on sap, honeydew from aphids, and even urine, but to breed they need tall trees. The oak is perfect for a number of male butterflies who take up residence among its loftiest branches. Each male needs a high perch as a base for a breeding territory. It then spends hours watching out for passing females or chasing away other males in spectacular dogfights. After seeing off rivals, each male returns to his favorite perch, ready to continue his vigil of the sky. Winter returns, and the tree is under siege. A great weather front has blown in from the Atlantic, bringing with it heavy rain and high winds. Being 500 years old, the oak has already weathered many storms, but this one is different. It is the most severe weather the oak has ever felt. Its very existence is in danger. The calm after the storm reveals a scene of destruction. But the old fighter is still standing, although it's paid a heavy price. All around lie the shattered remains of many of its branches. By spring, the tree is on the mend. But some parts are beyond repair, just gaping holes, tears. Perfect accommodation for tree creepers. Or redstarts, pied flycatchers, and blue tits. The oak is now a large and complex world of its own. A unique tree world, complete with canyons, caves, peaks and plains. All teeming with life. A tiny lagoon in the bowl of the tree, complete with its own unique life forms. Forests at the foot of great mountain ranges. Other regions seem to be barren, like miniature salt pans and deserts. Strange creatures haunt the darker corners. Underneath the surface, their young relentlessly excavate tunnels. Their fearsome jaws turning them into tiny mining machines. Because their diet is so poor, these grubs can take up to 7 years to reach adulthood. Like this long-horn beetle finally emerging into the light. Or gleaming jewel beetles. All around the tree, the wood is a peaceful place, full of flowers and animals. But this is about to change. Smoke amongst the oak leaves means one thing. People have returned to the wood. They've come to spend all summer here with their families. They have no choice. The work they do needs constant attention. They carefully stack wood and then cover it with a thick layer of bracken and soil. It's then set alight and slowly cooked, converting wood into charcoal. Despite the tranquil scene, the woods have become a weapon of war. Charcoal is a vital ingredient for gunpowder. It is 1644, and England is in the middle of a civil war. During the 1600s, it's not just the political climate which is in turmoil. The winter of 1657 is particularly severe. Snow lies on the ground for 102 days. The River Thames in London freezes over. And harsh conditions continue on well into the spring. Frosts as late as May spell doom for delicate spring growth. (1665 and 1666 are hot, dry summers. London has to cope with another outbreak of bubonic plague. And then the Great Fire. The oak, meanwhile, has problems of its own. The extreme conditions put the old tree under great stress. It responds in a drastic way, killing off some of its own branches, leaving behind antler-like skeletons. After a few years, these decay, and the tree's canopy shrinks. Although it has shed branches, its trunk is now fat and covered with new growths. Like an old man's face, it is dotted with warts, carbuncles. Some of these are a natural feature of aging. Others are produced by fungi. The large brackets mean that it's not just the outward appearance of the tree which has changed. It's lost its heart, too. Bit by bit, the fungi have eaten out its core, and the tree has been hollowed out. Remarkably, these particular fungi are as old as the tree itself and are not a threat. The active part of the fungus has been growing for centuries, eating away the heartwood, which is actually dead. It leaves the living part of the tree untouched. The hollow center can now act as a home for more creatures, including a colony of hornets. Although life inside the oak is safe and secure, that's not true for the landscape which surrounds it. The year 1752, and the common land which the oak has watched over for 750 years is under threat. For centuries, country people have depended on it as a place to graze their livestock and gather wild food. But as a result of the Enclosure Acts passed by Parliament, a surveyor and his team mean that all this is about to change. Lines of posts mark out the new hedges and fields as the common land is carved up among wealthy landowners. Local people who needed the commons lose their traditional way of life forever. "50 years later, the oak looks out on an agricultural landscape which we would be familiar with today. The dawn of the 19th century brings more than changes to the landscape. The Industrial Revolution means that cities expand, factory chimneys proliferate, and coal replaces wood as the main fuel. There is revolution in the countryside too. For the first time, steam-powered machines replace people on the land. By late Victorian times, the oak and its wood have changed dramatically too. For a start, there are foreign faces, like grey squirrels from North America, and the wood's guardian, a gamekeeper and his dog. The wood is no longer a place for a whole community. Instead, it is a hunting playground for a privileged few. These pampered, strutting pheasants from Asia will have to pay a high price when the shooting season starts. But for now, they need protection. And also feeding up. The pheasant's grain attracts unwelcome attention from a variety of pests, including the grey squirrels. Raiding flocks of wood pigeons are joined by another thief, the brown rat. All these creatures are treated as vermin. The gamekeepers don't just persecute grain thieves, they also kill off birds of prey, and that means rabbit populations explode. The new winter-sown crops are a perfect food supply for them. Strange new sounds shatter the peace of the countryside. The railways bring with them their own unique hitchhikers, species of plants such as rosebay willow herb, whose delicate seeds are wafted along by the passing trains. While these plants invade the British countryside, the rest of Europe is ravaged by the Great War. It is not only fighting men that are needed in World War I. Timber is in desperately short supply too. The wood which stood for over 900 years is destroyed. As on a battlefield, severed stumps and broken limbs lie everywhere. But thanks to its hollow heart, one tree is worthless for timber. It is spared. The ancient oak faces the 20th century alone. Well, not quite. Little owls have been on the increase. Introduced in the 1890s, they find the new agricultural landscape to their liking. The oak is a perfect retreat between forays out into the open fields. But the landscape in which the owls feed is changing too. During the 20s, horses are still the main source of power on the land. But the centuries-old way of life they represent is about to disappear forever. As the 20th century gathers pace, the activities around the oak change too. A reflection of the great events which have shaped all our lives.
But now one bond unites us all, to wage war until victory is won.
Today we begin a new Dig for Victory campaign.
Japan has today surrendered.
The Beatles! It's not like in your day, you know.
The ladies not for turning.
Oh, it's still going! Oh, and into the penalty area! Oh, it's scored! It's an absolutely fantastic goal by Michael Owen!
Although its world has changed almost beyond recognition, the old tree still follows its ancient natural rhythms. As it approaches its 1000th birthday, the tree is a living link with our history. Compared to our brief lives, the oak really does seem immortal. And like many oaks this autumn, it produced a bumper crop of acorns. The start of another life. As we all look to the future, imagine what stories the next Millennium Oak might tell.
In its heyday 1,000 years ago, it was a city bigger than London or Rome, yet few people even knew of its existence. BBC Two uncovers the secrets of Cahokia, America's lost metropolis, tomorrow at 9:30.